The party sailed up the eastern side of Chult, managing to return not only to Fort Beluarian and turn in the reports to Commander Liara Porter, and finally return to Fort Nyanzara, where they managed to sneak their way past a number of tax collectors with a Jedi mind trick on behalf of Han. The party then elected to spend a week in port to celebrate the new year, selling their hard-earned goods from the jungle and making a pretty penny in the process. They are now much better equipped with a full expedition to head into the jungle once more.
So to finish off the last few things, it was briefly touched on, but the professor has, between his own pocket as well as at the behest of Letic, now that you've proven that you can get the maps done, and the basis that you're going to go to the other city now, he has hired out a bunch of Flaming Fist mercenaries, and the professor has added a number of members to the expedition. On top of all this, you were asking about the narwhal, Professor.
Yep.
And eventually that led you to seek out Port Nyanzaru's, I guess you would say, dockmaster. He's in charge of the docks, keeps track of ship manifests, and basically does all the paperwork for what comes in and out of Port Nyanzaru.
So, harbor master.
Yeah, harbor master, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know what I said, but either way, he is, as it happens to be, a half-gold dragon. And he goes by the name of Zindad.
Very interesting.
He tells you that the narwhal was a ship. He double-checks all of his manifests and records. It made it in to Port Nyanzaru and was supposed to head out. It was supposed to head back specifically to Waterdeep. But obviously it never made it there.
No, it made it up into a tree.
And at this point he doesn't expect to get any of that cargo back. Because that was some time, and yeah, you were describing it being up in the trees. Well, more so you describing it being on land, upside down in the trees. Yeah.
Inhabited by veggie pygmies.
But yes. He also makes note that he's heard the name of you and your various adventuring party members. And if you're looking to make some extra coin, it just so happens that he's got some bounties out.
Bounties on who? Some pirates.
Do you remember how much each crate of rations cost? One of my pages got ripped out, and I think that's where it had it on there.
20 gold for 50 rations.
Okay.
Yes, he has a bounty on specifically 3 pirate captains that are known to be attacking merchant ships that are leaving the Bay of Chult. He knows that the ships are called the Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge. And he has put out bounties of 2,000 gold for a ship that is either captured or proven to be destroyed. And an additional 500 if you can bring in the captain of the ship alive. Beyond that, was there anything else the party needed to accomplish in port?
Did anyone get that spyglass?
You can purchase a spyglass.
I can. I have no money.
I will actually go, and purchase, I'll just say 2 spyglasses.
You have to restock up of any insect repellent?
Yep, I bought 10 vials.
Okay.
Each vial was 20 uses, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
A spyglass will just cost you 1,000 gold.
I'm not buying me a spyglass.
Can you make one? Is that one of the things you can make as an NPC?
I mean, I could, if I have the materials, I could probably spend time to try to make one. Not that it will be good, or not that it will actually work properly. Right, Joe?
Eyeglasses are expensive.
They are.
It's a good thing we are traveling by land for this trip.
I would also recommend getting a spare set of oars.
Why?
Speak for yourself. I'm gonna travel by water.
Well, if our oars splinter, I mean, it'd be nice to have oars again. Sure, we can sail, but if we take the boat in the river,
They're
can't sail.
oars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, they have to be since they fold up with the boat.
This is very true.
Same with the anchor.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Well, if that is the case, I believe we will go collect Azaka.
So, how big is our party size now?
Big.
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 I need a huge correct number, so because I'm marking down for rations and bug repellents.
Well, I personally am bringing 4 extra party members.
So that's
We will have Azaka, so that is an extra 5. So we're up to 10. We have
21 total.
how
Yes,
much?
21.
21 members of the party now.
Is that including the animals?
No, that's not counting the animals. That's just counting people.
Okay.
Hope you like having human.
It should be noted that you've now spent enough time in Schult, and I mean, honestly, with Erd being a native especially, I will now use the standard foraging rules rather than having to actually go out hunting every time. You can still choose to hunt if you want to like go and find something big, but otherwise I'll allow just a foraging roll to make sure you find enough food for the party.
So, right now, as it stands with 21 party members, we have enough bug repellent for 15 days.
Well, the mercenaries have their own bug repellent,
Good,
As
because I'm not
does-
supplying them.
as does Azaka and the NPCs.
We unstoned.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just have our base 5.
Nuke.
Oh, and I'm guessing Undriel has her own, or
Undriel's been buying her own, yeah.
okay. So I just have the base 5. Okay, that's a lot better.
9.
Should just
9.
party
3,
and
4, 5.
Sam's NPCs that he's bringing are not getting their own.
Since we are supplying for 9 now.
33
Flaming-
days.
The Flaming Fist supplies their own mercenaries because they are just hired. They're not staying with you.
Yeah.
And plus, they're being provided by Letic. And as I stated, the Chultans, they know what they're getting into. Undriel, she's by this point knows what she's getting into. And also during that week, the 3 NPCs that were unfrozen found some work on their own and have made some money of their own. Also, Harmony, you saw the rumor you heard, correct?
Yes. I'm gonna make sure to tell Drill.
Which, of course, she most definitely wants to go and find where the surviving members of the Order of the Gauntlet are. Did anyone else have rumors that applied?
Well, I made sure to tell everybody about the dragon turtle in the bay.
And Shadowscale told me about the Wormheart flying dragon. The dwarves.
Well, otherwise, is the party ready to head out? Or do you need to stop and buy anything more?
Do we have enough tents for all our new NPCs?
You
We
do
had,
not.
what, 5 people? And we
5
had
people tent and 2 2-person tents.
so
I
we
believe
have
so.
14 total. We may need to buy 1 more tent.
As I said, the Flaming
So-
Fist are supplying themselves, but everyone else, they don't have any. They don't have anything special.
Yeah, and nope, I think the only thing else is there's no price, Joe, for a silver hand mirror anywhere.
That's typically up to
Oh yeah, never mind. No, I remember a conversation. Never mind. I'm ready.
Did you forget again about your arcane focus?
Yeah.
Well, is it specifically an item of value? Does it state how much it has to be?
No, it just says a silver hand mirror.
It's for sanctuary.
Then yeah, you don't need. It's basically items that are either consumed or have a value associated with them, which usually are consumed.
And I'll have to wait until next. Oh wait, I won't be able to do D&D next Sunday. Sorry.
Oh, because of the Super Bowl?
No, it's my nephew's birthday.
Either way, fabulous.
Yes, I'm sorry. But onward to the jungle.
Alright. So I believe... Do we know the name of the... No, I don't think we've ever the names of these marked mines, have we?
Nope.
Okay, so... Anyways. Making our trip will be from there to finally go through that little dungeon that we found. Possibly search around this area for Vorn. And so we make our way down.
Nothing's popping up for me, so...
Yeah, I don't see anything. If
You're saying here and there, through here, and I'm like...
Really?
Yep.
It's not popping up?
Nope.
That's
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
Do you see the line now?
Yes.
You probably had to finish the line.
But from there, you can stop at M'bala then after that, and then over
To Waralunga.
Waralunga. That's my proposed path for right now.
That's a long trip.
Are there any time-sensitive rumors we need to look at?
Just Undrill, the one that Harmony brought to Undrill.
So basically, once we search this spot right here, we can just hop on the river, go down.
Yeah. Which,
How are you guys going to go down the river?
yeah, we don't have enough room on our boat, Tyler.
Oh yeah, I forgot about, all of Sam's,
Also, having a Triceratops and an Ankylosaurus will not fit on that boat.
And, like
And an Allosaurus.
8 axe beaks.
And yeah, you've got too many
beaks,
animals.
Tyler? Ass beaks?
Shut up.
That's not something I want to see or ride.
Me and my lizards, you just hop on the back. You just stick to the wall.
But yes, I think as we make our way through that area, we can search for them. But most likely they're down here by Camp Vengeance, this big lake here. So that is our path.
All right. Well, you start to head out. No need for survival checks this early. But what pace are you going to choose to travel at?
Well, with how many we have, I think we can just do a double speed. If we run into anything, we can pretty much handle anything small.
I think we can handle some large things too, Sam.
I think the better point is that anything small is not going to run away from you rather than towards you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we're a group of 21 marching through the jungle. Yeah, anything small is going to be like, no.
Two of which are large, heavily armored dinosaurs, and you're all quite heavily armored and armed.
And then we have a bunch of, chickens from Camelot.
Shut up about my axe peaks.
I have
Nope.
one too.
Nonetheless, it is a relatively warm day. It's mid-80s, but otherwise normal humidity and relatively light rain. You make good time.
Bug
and get
repellent
right-
up before we go in.
Yep. Everyone applies their bug repellent. You're not into the jungle proper yet, so it wasn't a big deal, but you're right on the edge of the jungle, and evening starts to come. Make your camp. You've got plenty of guards, unless any of you choose to keep a watch. Take your silence as a no. Now that you're entering the jungle proper, I will be needing a survival roll for who you're... Or Azaka is your guide.
Yeah, I was about to say, did we... What? Did she turn us down?
I forgot.
Did we somehow lose her in our giant mitts?
Are you still choosing to make a faster pace?
What's the weather like?
Still the same, light rain.
Oh, for New Day.
I said that
Yeah.
over the course of the night, your guards keep watch.
Then I would still keep a faster pace.
Yeah, I think we.
Now the weather
keep
takes a
that
turn, then I'm not too worried about it.
Well, over the course of the day, by about 5 in the afternoon, you get back to that mysterious ruin along the side of the river.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
I believe that was the plan. It's only taken us about a month to finally get back here. Or 2.
Well, you approach the old ruin.
I assume the door is still ajar like it was.
The door is still ajar, yes.
So will Rage Train go off and hunt on her own?
Yeah, your animals, they're all native to Chult, and as such, they can go off and forage and feed themselves if you just let them at the end of each day.
Okay.
It's only if you are purposely sending them out to try and bring something back that checks need to be made. Otherwise, they'll feed themselves.
Gotcha.
But yes, there is currently just that ruin in front of you. The door to the structure is ajar. What do you choose to do?
Who's going first?
Know anything about the ruins?
Yeah, do we see any writing around the tops?
Statues?
Not on the outside, no. I mean, Chultan designs, relatively old ones, but not anything of note.
Alright. Maybe someone check for traps?
I don't know. Who's good at checking for traps?
Oh, do you need to check for traps? Is it stealth?
No.
Sleight of hand,
No.
I would guess.
I have a 3.
It's usually investigation or perception.
I'll check for traps.
My perception is 8 or 6.
You can do it then. Go on.
I guess I'll do it.
Mine's only 2.
Anybody
My
else got a higher one?
investigation's 4.
I'll
My investigation
switch
is my investigation
around
is
for
only 1.
traps. Investigation, Joe?
Perception.
Perception.
I mean, there don't appear to be any trap.
You're in your echoey voice.
Oops.
Oops, my ass.
There do not appear
Yeah,
to be
purpose.
any traps.
Well, then I will tell Nog to follow me in.
I'm bringing Mr. Collywally with me.
Telling who?
Mr. Collywally,
Who's Mr. Kaliwali?
His pet.
my pet.
Yeah.
Professor, who are you telling? Nod?
Nog. That is how you pronounce his name.
Oh, yes.
People we haven't been introduced to yet.
I kept hearing D instead of G.
Nog.
Yeah, he
Um,
never introduced any of the party members to his new, entourage.
Okay, well, I'm guessing we would have been introduced before we.
I left that up to them.
I really didn't read any of the stuff,
You wouldn't
Oh,
have
there
read
wasn't a
anything
whole
about
lot.
This.
Yeah.
but
The
still.
professor chose to do this on his own. So, the professor has 4 new followers. A human-looking mercenary who introduces himself as Shonka Christopher,
I'm calling Snack.
although you can call him Christopher. There's a orc, not half-orc, full-on orc,
Ooh.
following around that just goes by Nog. There appears to be some kind of cleric, though she looks a little sketchy, for lack of a better term. Undriel keeps giving her the eye. She doesn't seem to trust her. But she
The
introduces herself politely enough as Enushara. And lastly, there's a big old... You're guessing maybe half-ogre. Whenever you... if any of you walk up and ask him, he just says his name's Greg.
Greg.
Yeah, Greg carries stuff. He appears to be a porter. A really big porter. Doesn't say much, just carries things. But yes, Nog will follow you into the building.
Hello, friends.
I will follow after.
Oh, yeah. I'll head in.
Well, inside, you see what appears to be a temple that is very barely furnished. At the opposite wall, there is a stone altar, on top of which are scattered trinkets, the stumps of burnt-out candles, and a bowl. A large red circle with a maze in it is painted on the wall behind the altar. On either side are statues of human-sized flying monkeys. Laying on the floor in the middle of the room is a very heavily desiccated corpse. It reeks in here.
I will go look over at those trinkets.
The trinkets on the altar.
Yes.
You see, it's all sitting in the bowl, more or less. There are a number of coins and gems. It's not much. Looks like about 5 gold pieces. And most of it is actually colored glass, not actual gems. But make another perception roll. You're focusing on the altar.
I'll check the corpse.
I'm just gonna walk around the room.
Well, if you specifically check the corpse, it appears to have at one point been a human, you would guess. There is a dagger laying on the floor next to it. And you find a pouch of coins, but there is also a number of coins and more colored glass and even a gem or two scattered across the floor next to the body.
Guess I'll start picking it up. All of it.
Alright, you pick it all up.
Alright.
Well, if there's nothing much in the bowl, and trinkets and stuff, I guess I will turn my attention to the maze on the wall or ceiling.
It
wherever
is.
that
It's on the wall. It's on the altar. It is the red maze of Ubtao. You've seen several of these. It's the symbol of their god. Because his symbol is the maze of life.
Alrighty. So this is an old altar to Ubtao.
Yes.
Well, I will take 5 silver pieces and throw it in the bowl.
Alright.
Hearing the clacking of money, I guess I'll bring the stuff that I picked up to the professor. See if he needs it.
So Shadowscale holds out a handful of gold coins, a gem, and some colored glass.
Well, take the gem. Set the rest of that stuff back in the bowl, because I assume this was a temple thief. And I guess our business here is done, unless anybody else wants to really search.
No, I was just looking at the murals on the wall.
I mean, yeah, it's more symbolism of Ubtao. Otherwise, other jungle symbolism, more flying monkey pictures, stuff like that.
I don't suppose the dead guy has. We recognize him, or he has identification on him.
You can make a medicine check on him. He's been here for the better part of a month, so it's pretty bad. But you can tell that he definitely suffered severe blunt trauma.
And what did we just find this place like a month ago?
Yeah, you found this place roughly a month ago. And he's been here for, you would guess, a month and a half.
So he's kind of mushy.
Yeah, he's real bad. But Harmony is still able to determine that he's got several broken bones, cracked skull, dislocated joints. This guy got beat up bad.
I begin eyeing those monkeys.
Maybe we need to beat someone up.
No.
Well, I don't think there's much more here that we can do. I'm gonna start walking out.
I agree with Igrius.
Right
Go
as
shrug
you,
and leave.
right as you get to the door shuts.
Igrius, did you touch
Wasn't
anything?
me. Hey, you're the one who went to the altar. I was looking at the artwork.
I placed things back in the altar.
Well, maybe that's what
Make a
screwed us.
deception roll.
All of us?
No, the professor.
Okay.
But I did place things back, except for the gem. Yeah.
You specifically listed something. I mean, the Igris can make an insight check, as well as anyone else who wants to hear.
Nope.
Yeah, he put everything back. He have
Well,
I
I wasn't
wanna
paying
hear.
attention really to him either.
Oh, Erd.
Shadow Scale and Erd are pretty sure that the professor.
I'm
may
the
have
one who gave them the thing!
Honestly, Shadow Scale should have had advantage, but yeah. Shadow Scale, you know for a fact that the professor at least pocketed something.
What about that one rock? The pretty one.
There were many pretty ones.
The one you have.
That's it. Let's one
Did
find
you
out.
put everything
Pick 'em up and
in
check 'em
the
out.
offering bowl?
I suppose I will place such a gem back.
You place the gem back. The door, you hear a clunking noise from the door, and it seemingly opens of its own.
Okay, Professor. You're out first.
And we knock them out.
Shadow Scale, you see a weird glowing coming from the corner of your eye.
I guess I'll follow it.
You see that the center of the maze is glowing.
I'll reach out and touch it.
You touch it. Nothing seems to be happening.
You,
Also, nobody else sees it. Only Shadow Scale sees a glowing light coming from the center of the maze.
no, just look at me and touch them.
Shadow Scale, what are you doing?
There's a pretty light.
You do anything once you touch it?
Can't pick it up.
Nope.
You could maybe try to solve the maze?
Oh. I guess I'll try and
That's the
trace
only
my
thing that
finger
comes to
through
my
the
mind.
maze.
Yeah, you start moving your finger, and the light follows your finger.
Igrius, did Shadow Scale eat something before we came in here?
Make an intelligence check.
No.
Oh,
Okay. So you managed to, it's easy. I mean, you can see the maze, so it's not super hard. But you trace the maze all the way through, and then when it finishes, everyone sees the maze glow for a brief second, and then it stops.
Well, that was pretty.
What did you do?
Shadow
know.
Scale, you know innately it has been granted unto you. You've been given a blessing by Ubtao. You can now cast Fly on yourself once per day.
Oh no!
So I just know.
You just know, and you know how to do it. But you also know that you can only do it once per day.
I don't know whether to be scared of her laughing
Unless
like
she
that,
says
or
something.
Thank you, pretty light. And then I'll daintily walk outside the tube.
The professor
Everybody's like, what
is
just
very
happened?
confused now.
Yo.
What just happened?
All right, Professor. Out the door. I'm gonna keep my eye on him. Don't you hear me?
Well,
You
you
trying
all-
to pocket something from a sacred altar?
Should I add that as like a note in my features or something?
yeah, you can just cast, because it's a blessing. You can cast Fly once per day.
Okay, name.
Player knowledge, if you do anything to upset Ubtao, he can revoke his blessing.
Right in the middle, flying.
Oh shit!
Yes, I will wait till everybody's out, and then I will walk out too.
Well, once everybody walks out, the rest of the expedition force is waiting. And Azaka asks if you're ready to keep moving.
That's we are.
Well, you only make it another mile or two before the sun is set, and it is once again time to rest. Another day has passed.
Hey.
Well, all of a sudden my dream has come true.
The weather stays the same, the night is uneventful. Also, that's how it's spelt.
Oh, whoops.
And the party chooses to keep moving.
Up to 10 minutes. All right.
Ha! I could fly up to 4 hours. You know that.
You keep following the river, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, you get pretty far down the river when you encounter something that was not here the last time you went down.
Oh. And what would that
That's
be?
nice.
Sorry, that snake took Mike Ranger.
Gonna cough up its butt.
You find a fully established jungle camp that appears to be run by the Flaming Fist.
What up?
So, what are they
Interesting.
up to?
I mean, it appears that they've just made a larger camp here as a forward operating base.
Then what time of day is this?
Pretty late in the afternoon. I only put the actual players on the board, so I don't have to spend forever putting every single token on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Look, guys! I see Taban!
Oh. There's a Taban.
There is?
Hmm.
Oh. There's a tree blocking my view of that.
Gotcha. In fact, it actually looks like the same tokens that were used from the one adventuring party that we saved.
Some of them are.
Are we initiative?
No, you're not an initiative.
Blame
The Flaming Fist welcome you guys. They're adventurers. I see them all the time.
Hi.
You just get a lot of nods and half-hearted waves. Most of them don't enjoy being here in the jungle.
The
Don't
great
worry,
shaman.
I don't either.
You are not a shaman.
I am a shaman.
You are.
Multi-class into sorcerer next level.
Igrius, do not encourage her.
You can't tell me what to do.
They just
I'll ask what made them make a camp out here.
The sergeant in front of you says that they decided that they should set up their own camp, seeing as Camp Righteous fell, and obviously the Flaming Fist need to get things done properly because the Order of the Gauntlet can't be trusted.
Is Thunderwell there? Did she hear
I mean,
that?
technically she is here, and yeah, she's pretty peeved at that. Doesn't say anything. Also, Igrius, you just wander into his tent.
Igrius, get out of there! You're in the tent!
He's not in it. He wandered on top of
That's a
it.
tent?
That's a tent.
Oh, I thought that was like something on the ground.
No,
is on the
those are
ground.
tents.
From this angle, yeah, from this angle, it doesn't look like a tent.
It looks like a tent.
It is not.
It
Sure.
looks
I
like a
thought
tent.
it was on the ground too.
I thought it was
There's
a tent.
the top right there. There's the sides.
I did not water, just did not walk.
But yeah, he just says that you're welcome to come into the camp and rest nearby. If you need to resupply, they've got a quartermaster and some other stuff here. If you need healing, there are some priests within the camp.
That's okay. We have a shaman.
Yeah.
We do not have a shaman!
Greatest one of all times.
Oh yeah. God, speak to me.
I can't wait till I can cast silence.
Technically, Ubtao did.
I'm a great and powerful shaman.
Well, I don't think we need
Utao,
anything so we can keep
Utao
heading
gave
on.
you his blessing and gave you the power of flight.
10 minutes.
That's 10
No,
minutes
no.
longer than you could fly. Okay.
Yeah,
Stop
but I
shitting
can
on my
spend- I
dreams.
can spend 5 minutes more on water than you can. And you can fly.
Yes. Do you do anything else
Me
here
and my
in
mom.
this camp?
I have nothing specific to
Nope.
do here.
Alright.
I don't know. Was that actually Tabin down there?
I don't know. You'd have to go look.
I'm going.
See someone that looks like Taven and just starts running.
Taben's brother, Taben.
You go to what
You all
appears
look like Tabin to me.
And chase after Shadow Scale.
Well, you go over here, and there
Oh,
appear to be a few
really
stalls.
follow.
There's a fish stall where they're selling fish. You do see the quartermaster, and then there appears to be some kind of research going on by a couple of, you would guess, mages. And you see Tabin! With another token.
I jump up and wave to him repeatedly.
As he notices both you and the rest of the party, he has a big grin on his face and waves and waves you over. And it's good to see you all again. It has been, well, not very long, but
Then his
Steel.
fist with a shield.
I'm confused. Why wasn't Tabin in our group?
Because I released him.
Oh,
He had fended off Salcore. He proved his worth. Honor.
Have you been hired out here?
I've actually been training alongside my new friend here. And he points over and introduces Shago, who tells you that he was a gladiator that once fought in the arena, but then decided to put his skills into becoming a guide.
I trying to fight in the arena too, but they
I'm
won't
not gonna
let
lie,
me.
he looks like a very
guy.
shifty guy.
Yeah. He believes he should be a rogue.
Got a problem with Shago?
I do.
Kick your ass. Guarantee it.
looks like he's taken a few too many puffs of something.
Too many monkey fruits.
But he greets you all, and he's got his big old smile on his face.
Well, I introduced myself.
I
Then.
am Shadow Scale. I am a powerful shaman.
She is not a shaman.
I am Shago. I was a gladiator in the arena, and now I am a guide. Though I prefer to think of myself as a independent operator. I'm in league with the Flaming Fist. I believe that they will help clear the undead out of our jungle. Also, he's relatively tall. He's 6'3", which amongst Chultans, that's quite tall.
I mean, amongst Shadow Scales, it's about even. Pretty close. Give or take a few inches.
But yeah, they're happy to see you, and Shago says that he's heard that you've been helping out the Flaming Fist, and is glad to know that there are other people that see that civilization is being brought to Chult.
Okay. Well, really nice to meet you, but we have to keep going.
He nods and wishes you the best of luck, as does Tabin.
Bye bye.
Till next time.
That's
Shadow Scale, quit running off!
what I do. No, if there's nothing else to do,
Yeah.
or at least anyone. Does anyone else want anything to do in this camp?
I've got nothing.
Look at the market, maybe, that they have, the tiny.
You just ran past the
Alright, bye.
market. You literally ran through the market.
Well, I was
Yeah.
asking if anyone else wanted to check things.
They sell fish and our stuff. I can catch a fish.
It is just mostly an extra place to resupply when you're further away from port already.
Gotcha. And that's this next X that's right in front of us?
Yes, the one that I just placed.
Gotcha.
But if you leave the camp, you spend another few more hours trekking through the jungle, and once again, night falls. Oh, we haven't been making foraging checks.
No, we haven't.
Have you been taking food off your rations? Or...
Yes, I have.
Because otherwise, you can choose to make a foraging check to just find food.
I think right now we're good on just using rations, and then
All right, just wanted to be sure.
Once we get lower.
But I do think we should start deviating away from the river here. Start checking more of the forest. In case we
nods.
In case we can locate Vorn.
Well, Azaka nods, and she'll start.
Who is Vorn again?
Vorn is a shield guardian.
Oh, okay, the guardian. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you rest. You got your own decent-sized camp. Nothing ever comes near it. And morning comes, and you start making out once again.
Okay.
Who am I making out with? What?
The professor.
What?
Gross.
Did we wake up to Igrius making out with a tree again?
Hey, one time.
I don't know what you said,
time.
Kelly. You sound really far away to me.
Did Kelly
That
talk?
wasn't
I
Kelly.
don't think that was Kelly. That was Sam.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah,
Oh, somebody.
she's been just like walking throughout the apartment, talking on the phone.
Okay.
Why don't you just pick a spot and sit and talk?
I mean, the apartment is good enough to get your exercise in. Do laps.
Well, you start making really good time. The
That's
weather has cooled down even more. There's no
Interesting.
rain at all today, and humidity is, for lack of a better term, good. Still there, but better than it's been.
I could care less what the humidity is.
It's been pretty easy going. There's not much that's willing to bother a group this size as you travel through the jungle.
That's good.
But another night falls, and another camp is set up. You'll get your long rest, get ready to head out in the morning. Things are staying pretty cool and simple. Humidity's still low. But as you're traveling, Azaka calls a halt as something large actually approaches out of the jungle.
Time to morph, guys!
Magic brush. Go. Pew, pew, pew. It's a Giga.
After a moment, you see a group of lizard folk step in front of your caravan.
Oh.
And then eventually, behind them follows a lizard folk riding a pretty big dinosaur.
A Rex.
It's not a Rex.
A Spino?
No, I'm riding an Allosaur.
Spider. I see me. See. The spinal.
I wasn't expecting his lizard thing to be so creepy looking either.
You might leave it alone. Beats your chocobo. You disgusting looking bird.
Yes, this is how many tokens are on the board when you guys get into an encounter. This is why I had things set up ahead of time.
Well,
Right, now you can see some of the other new tokens too. But yes, these lizard folk stop you in your path, and the one atop none of your characters know, but yes, it is a Spinosaurus.
Yeah, it's what I thought. The little spine.
The one atop it calls out in Draconic. So I think all but one of you understands Draconic.
Yeah.
What up, my homie?
Greetings.
What do you do in our jungle?
They're jungle users.
It's your jungle.
Yes.
I didn't see a sign.
Igrius, don't antagonize him.
Do you speak Draconic?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
He does.
Everyone
Look.
but Harmony.
Oh, everybody, I thought
He's
it was
just like,
everybody Professor.
Yes, I speak Draconic as well, Igrius.
Oh,
So don't antagonize him, please.
why not? Stupid question gets stupid response.
I would have said whatever we want, I guess.
I mean, that too.
We're simply traveling.
And what gives you the right to travel through our jungle?
My feet.
We're strong.
Undrill, the next time Igrius speaks, can you please hit him?
Who'd you tell that to?
Undrill.
I'll have to pull him off his chicken.
That'll be okay.
This is not a chicken. The one the professor's riding is a chicken.
Well, technically, they're all chickens.
Can't believe you didn't use that flexing bird. Ah, man, that would have been great.
That's not what I would be parading around.
Also, I just want to point out that I made a point to put Shadow Scale as the rear guard,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
because Shadow Scale is strongest.
Mm-hmm.
Also, now everyone can
Last
see
time.
Greg.
Yep, that is Greg.
That is Greg. He is big.
I'm looking for the orc.
My lord, is he handsome?
That's the orc right there.
This up here is the orc.
Yeah. Doesn't look very orcish.
So what are we gonna do about these people?
Well, didn't exactly know that this was your jungle, or at least your territory of the jungle.
He just bares his fangs towards you.
I can do that too.
You don't have really fangs.
Ah, he spoke! Undrill!
Oh, love a chicken!
Yoink!
Don't make me hit you.
Oh, see, with the mace!
Mace chicken. Who's that?
Really,
It's just a
Undrill?
light tap. It's just a light tap.
I'll say.
You don't actually take that. I was just
Only 2
curious.
blunt damage.
Just a light tap. Whack.
It's equal to being slapped in the back of the head, but
Ah,
The
or
professor,
to your
got
lower
Gibbs.
back. It's more to your lower back because you're up on a chicken.
the professor just feels a slap to the back of his head too. Joe,
He's way up there.
mage hand,
Yeah.
right on the back of his head.
The leader of the lizard folk starts looking confused and like cocks his head.
Hey, don't get into this. This is a in-party fight right now. Deal with you in a bit. Now you want to do that again, Professor?
What my idiots mean to say.
Are you shouting from the back?
Yeah,
Pretty much. See, he leads from the
Can you
back too,
see-
so he's the strongest. He gets it.
Can you see over everyone?
You're also 90 feet away from him. You'd have to yell pretty loud.
I'm a pretty loud kobold, alright?
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I think I'll pet lizards.
What my idiots mean to say. We didn't know this is your land, but we will leave it just as quickly as we came. Only through it.
I facepalm.
Turn around and leave, or we shall kill you where you stand.
So how's the conversation going?
Oh well, we're about
Not
to,
good.
probably
Pretty
murder
good,
a bunch
actually.
of lizards.
I like to fight.
Shadow
I'm
Scale,
like
you're not
going.
helping.
I don't
Okay.
think to fight.
He's a green
Our
skin. It's
destination
fine.
is not behind us, but it is through this part of the jungle. So we will continue on our trek, making sure not to disturb you or your folk.
Fire off magic. They're afraid of magic. Do y'all remember this?
Oh yeah.
We're not afraid of magic. We just
Yeah,
think
you are.
arcane is heresy magic.
No, that's true.
But here, this is the biggest heresy person we got.
Yeah.
Possibly
I can
here.
shoot off a blast of Eldritch
Right
Blast.
there, too.
There.
You're choosing to do that?
Yeah, sure.
We're not deal with that dinosaur. I'm gonna die.
Well, you fire off an Eldritch Blast, and you see all of them flinch, and the one riding the Spinosaurus kind of just...
Magic. Yes, magic. So
If I can tame that.
If you don't want that targeted at you,
you might
please
want to let us
step
go.
aside.
Make an intimidation roll.
Got it.
Can we
You're not
all?
very-
I was gonna say, can we all
You're
not
not very
necessarily
good
make,
on
but
picking.
give them an advantage because we're all essentially working together on this?
I'll let you do it with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh, big boy and on a chicken.
Who just got hit in front of him.
Yep.
It's okay, you got slapped too. That's my roll, Joe.
Maybe someone who had better intimidation should have rolled.
I was the one talking.
They all start moving to the side, and the one aboard the Spinosaurus says,
Leave. Go. And take your witchcraft with you.
Okay, thanks, friends.
You really have good hearing.
I'm really paying attention. He's the strongest. I'm the strongest. We have to focus on each other.
Yeah, but his other is bigger than yours.
It means he's compensating for more.
well, you travel on, and eventually night falls. Seems
Them
that
damn
the
green
lizard
skins.
folk left you alone.
I mean, it probably wouldn't have been a whole lot for us to kill him, but I just thought,
I don't think it
Intimidate
would have been, but I guarantee he would have ran off, got reinforcements, and ambushed us later on.
After we killed him and take his big dinosaur.
Either way,
Well,
yeah.
night falls, you make camp, eat more rations.
I will be right back though.
Do it. It's a trap.
And then morning comes. Ready to head out. Humidity is picking up a little bit from the constant light rain, but otherwise things haven't changed too much.
Okay. Continue the pace.
Well, you keep moving. When you encounter something of interest.
Sweet pudding?
no, it's just not pudding.
Pudding in humans?
No, we're
Potion
definitely
of
not
permanent
having...
gigantism?
No, we're not giving you Godzilla form.
Godzilla form. I'm Brandon Hurley.
I'm back.
I will take a picture of this and send it to Aunt Linda and ask her if she thinks this.
Tell her okay.
I am back. What are we doing? Is it morning?
We found something interesting.
Yes,
Oh, great.
it's morning. It's morning, you started moving out, and then you found something rather interesting.
It's human
As-
pudding.
Black pudding?
Are you going to
pudding.
choose to go ahead with just a small group, or are you going to march the entire convoy forward?
I don't know if we need the entire convoy. I don't
We'll
know
go
what
with
we're
a
seeing.
small group.
the main party plus Asaka Undriel? And one of your guys?
I'm taking Mr. whatever his name was.
I'm taking Rage Fang.
I'm gonna take my lizard. I'm not gonna walk.
You are taking Rage Fang? And you're taking your lizard?
Are we?
How
Is
far
it something
away is it?
interesting, like in a ruins or a building, or is it just?
Like,
All of you make perception rolls.
Ugh.
No. Damn.
well,
Ow.
Professor, you're the one who can clearly make it out.
Was not
It looks
expecting
like there's some kind of small village ahead of you.
Okay. If he tells us this, then I won't bring Rage Fang.
that.
I'll just bring my bug.
I'm definitely telling you to not bring the Rage Fang.
I'm bringing my bug.
It's a village.
It's your Collie Wally. Just because I like Mr. Collie Wally.
Do the huts look human size or?
They look
Smaller?
small.
I like how everyone accepted that they're now my idiots.
I just choose to ignore you at times.
This is my gang, the idiots.
But yes, I believe we should get closer. Have a better look at what this is.
Oh yeah.
Any objections?
we going in? Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. I have no objections to going in.
But yes, we are an attempt to get closer. Get a
Okay.
better look.
Do they
Alright.
do stealthy?
They're hung up.
Yeah, are you going to go about this in a stealthy way or what?
I mean, does it look like it needs to be in a stealthy way?
Could be a village of cannibals.
Could be a village
Yeah.
of Tiri. Either way, if it turns out to be either of those two, I think we burn it to ground.
Scorched fire.
But yes, I believe we shall attempt a stealthy approach.
Well, make some stealth check.
Beep, 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 beep.
I know the capacitor is just fine. Watch out.
Playing a boombox while walking up.
Come on.
Of course, it would be him.
You know, that's what I forgot I was going to do. I was actually going to buy different armor so I'm not in heavy armor.
Well,
Just
don't
take
worry
more.
about your roll. Nog's got it covered.
Clank, clank, here comes the tank.
It's not even clanking. Be more jingle jangle, kind of.
I got armor that jingle, jangle, jingle.
It's Batiri! Aye!
Scorched earth, then.
Burn it.
Call out the Rage Fang.
Oh, that's what you're calling that thing. Okay. Your bug thing. Or was... Wait, what
Mr.
did
Collie
you...
Wally.
That's Mr. Collywally?
Yeah, his name is Crawley.
Grant my RC calls too, but everything I owned crawled.
Well, two people stick out like sore thumbs.
Yes. You are not making a very sneaky approach, and as such, you see a number of Batiri start approaching your direction.
That's silent.
I must ask, is this like a giant pavilion tent? Or canopy or something?
No, they've laid something out on the ground that they then
Food
built
trap.
over.
It's a trap.
Oh,
That's what
so
it
now
is.
it's on the ground.
We come in peace.
There, Batiri.
You're going in pieces.
You see a small group start coming towards you, and then as they see you, they all start like gibbering and pointing.
I gibber and point back.
I gotta be like, we mean no harm, you know.
We mean all the harm.
Sure.
I mean a lot of harm.
And I want to take a couple steps forward.
Takes an arrow to the
We're
foot.
not in initiative yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I go behind this bush.
I'm gonna step to here. With my hands, nothing in my hands right now. You'll be like, no. Friend.
They start gibbering even faster. Make a perception roll.
We're all out like fucking.
So you notice the tree right here is like bent over really, really far.
What tree?
This tree is apparently
This tree
that.
What
tree's-
direction is it bent over in?
towards
Like-
the direction of the camp.
It looks
Like,
pretty bent to
right
me.
here. It's bent over here.
Yeah, it seems like it possibly a catapult, but this is only Igrius that sees that. Yes.
Igrius is the only one who's seen it so far.
I'm gonna kind of like, look back and point at that tree. Be like, keep an eye on that tree,
Maybe flame pigments.
I mean, it's a pretty tall tree, so like it bends all the way. Like the top of it is actually over the village. But you can tell it's got a lot of like weight holding it down.
If I get hit by a boulder, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
I'm gonna move up some more.
I'm doing that right at that. Right at this Batiri's point.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Remember when he put himself to sleep with that spell?
Shut up.
That was great.
More hurt than Medric.
Well, that Batiri just suddenly falls over. And does it jump to the next one?
Yeah. So you basically subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the
Yep.
next. So yeah, it's for a total of 16 hit points.
No, it's for a total of 29, because 13 and 16. You upcast it.
That's right.
You are
See all three fall over.
Well, that's easier.
Oh, trying to get a pet.
Well, I'm gonna start walking closer. Kind of keeping my distance from that tree.
Make another stealth check.
Tyler.
Alright, you can make a movement.
I wasn't really being stealthy as much.
We're in a village of Batiri. Come now.
The way you're going, you're just gonna murder them all.
I never said I was going to murder them all. Well, I said I was, but
I'm gonna murder them.
Shadow Scale, please don't murder those three. We can use them for experiments.
And then I'm gonna move up farther. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I know I was counting out loud again. Do you want me to make another stealth roll? I'm just gonna not be like moving normal. I see them before.
Where did they
The
all
way he
come from?
stopped mid-sentence.
As you walk up, several more run out of all the little huts.
Did I not say this was a village?
You could have been walking up here too.
You're the one that just kept going and going.
And I was expecting you pansies up there to walk too.
I want to kill them. I'm gonna wait and see what you're gonna do. If I get close, I'm just gonna rage and kill him.
Don't know why you guys are moving now. We're in combat.
I did move. I'm so sorry. I'm so where I am.
The professor is.
Well, the professor is a coward.
What's this counter for, Joe?
What?
There's a 3 counter on here.
Oh, I probably put that. That was meant to just represent what represents what on the map. They're
Oh.
normally only on the DM screen layer.
Gotcha.
Well, it's on our screen.
So
It's
I do have to ask, Are any of these affected by the sleep?
No, you ran out before that could be affected by
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Just the 3.
You ran out.
But there is one that looks particularly important that steps out towards you, Igrius.
Right there, I guess.
Yep.
Let's steal his mask and put on my tail.
Does it, do anything?
Give me a second.
Cast Heretic Magic at you. Makes you take the professor. No one's the professor.
You are surprised because this one calls out in common.
Holy shit.
It appears to be a female Batiri, and she holds out her staff in one hand and her arm out in the other direction, and she says,
You are outnumbered! Bow before the great Queen Grabstab!
Shadowscale, take that one alive. That is a very small head.
That is, holy shit.
We did not mean to intrude on your village. I apologize.
Except she did, because you just walked straight into it.
I didn't walk into it, I walked near it.
Kind of walked into it.
Shut up.
We had the choice of going around.
Well, sorry, I was a little curious what this was, so yeah, we got closer. And then he decided to walk all the way up.
You weren't getting close at all.
the rest of you can choose to get closer, I'll say.
And I am going to do a bow to her.
She seems to nod in approval at this.
There are many of us. Few of you. Give us your stuff.
That's not happening.
You do not, we kill you. Kill, kill. Give stuff, you leave. You live. You do not, I grab, I stab. Grab, stab.
Alright.
Hold on.
You get burned.
No. I was just gonna use suggestion again.
She used her Jedi mind powers on him.
More Jedi mind tricks.
Heresy magic.
Professor, make a perception roll.
Please tell me that tree's not gonna move.
You just got in line of fire. Oh.
I just move away from all the trees.
And Igrius, make one at advantage.
Yeah.
One added advantage.
So, Professor, you don't notice, but Igrius, it's easier because you're up close. You notice that she's wearing a unique amulet around her neck. And you realize that you've seen that amulet before. Specifically, you've seen a drawing of it in a notebook.
Huh.
You do not want to take all of our stuff. You want to welcome us and be friends with us.
She kind of stops, looks. You see her go cross-eyed for a second, as she turns to the rest of the goblins.
Friends! Bring friends food. Yes, come.
We're having a feast.
It's goblin food. I don't know if you want to eat that.
I'm gonna ask her where she got that amulet.
You ask her about the amulet. She tells you,
Found in jungle.
Okay.
What does it do?
Is shiny.
How shiny is
Shadowscale,
the
where are you going?
flail snail?
Go get
slime,
everyone else.
Joe.
What
Is
was
it that
that?
very? How shiny is a flail snail slime?
Not particularly. I mean, it
Yeah,
just turns
'cause
into glass.
Yeah, Tyler, you remember you only have a vial.
I have 3 vials of that.
You know, all the other Batiri are looking really confused that all of a sudden she's now saying that you're friends, but none of them seem dare question the queen.
I'll have to grab everyone else.
I want that. Would you be willing to trade something for that?
What?
Let's see. I can hold out. I mean, I'll hold out. The flails, the 3 vials of this. Glass, kind of shiny. Looks nice. Yeah, I figured that. How about? Going through my.
Well,
I mean,
while
do you
he's
like
doing
gold?
that, I guess I will get closer.
You can make a second perception roll as you get closer. You recognize it for what it is. It is a control amulet.
Igrius, are you attempting to trade for that?
Yes. And keep your hands off. It's mine.
Well, then I will offer her the 2 vials of the dreaming tincture, and I will tell her about this oil that will make her invisible.
Hmm.
You could stab many, many enemies and take their stuff.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Don't fail.
of course it is.
She wants you to prove it first.
I can't prove it as we only have one use of this oil. It's...
Fake! Not just fake!
You have the invisibility spell.
I do not.
If you did, you could continue drinking and.
SoundScapes proceeding with Operation Scorched Earth. Went back to go get everyone else.
How about this gemstone? I hold out the diamond.
The diamond. At that, her eyes sparkle.
Shy.
Yes, I will trade this for that amulet.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage.
Double ones.
Gimme!
She runs over to you.
I held out my hand for the amulet, as I also hold out the diamond in my other hand.
She grabs the diamond, and then once she's held it and looked at it, she yanks off the amulet and gives it to you.
I bow to her, and I guess it's time for a feast, I believe you said?
No feast.
Give me a
Yo,
second.
get.
How long does suggest last?
I think it's a few hours.
I don't think it's that long. Concentration up
hours.
to 8 hours.
So Harmony just basically has to focus.
Quick, someone slap her on the back.
At least you're not too upset about the 3 that are asleep.
Yeah, not a big deal.
You're just lazy.
By the way, I don't see shadow scale anywhere.
Big surprise there.
I put myself under the Allosaur. Trying to ride it.
I guess I'll look back and notice shadow scale and say,
Yep.
these are our friends. There is a feast.
Uh-huh.
So don't do what you're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
No.
Otherwise I'll put you to sleep.
Uh-huh.
Or at least wait until I'm a distance away from here.
We might as well just leave anyways. It's not like we can get much here.
We could kill a lot of
There's
prey.
more
That
people.
seems like a
There
job
are
well
pieces
done
that
to
can be
me.
not very big.
You seem to have forgotten her intense hate.
Yeah.
Igrius, I suggest we back off.
I want them to wait till they're beginning their feast. Then we'll charge.
I'm gonna move this way. Let's stay over here. Kind of back up here.
These are the rest of our friends that we brought for the feast. Let's get close and then start splitting their throats.
Shit.
As I walk by this tree, Joe, do I see anything?
Does he
Make
see?
an investigation check.
Good job.
You see some kind of like spike holding the tree down, like in place.
Hmm. Do I see anything on the tree?
Man, if you
No.
if it was a
But,
tree that just fling things, they're all standing on it.
You see that the tree is tied to several like ropes attached to the tarp underneath the village.
Oh,
Can I ask the village leader? Like, I'm gonna ask her, what is the tree for here?
Safety.
Safe how?
Quick getaway.
Oh, it
my
flings the whole.
god.
Safety.
It flings the whole freaking village. Oh my god.
I kind of want to set it off.
I don't. Just imagine if you
eating?
had still been on there. That'd be Brian.
I'm gonna
Like, why do?
move back over this way.
All right.
So what's the? Are we gonna stay for the feast? Or are we gonna take it to go?
I'll leave that up to Harmony.
No, let's just leave.
Nog gets bored and kicks the pike.
I was gonna say I'm gonna move the spike. That's what I was about to say.
Bye.
Everyone, please look to the top right corner of the map.
No.
Oh my gosh.
How do they survive that?
Several of them don't, but that is an acceptable loss.
They
Oh,
probably
well,
all.
we know the one that hits the thing doesn't survive.
So you see Nog walk over and just kick the stick because he wants to see this happen.
I wanted to see that happen too.
He's been staring, like trying to figure this out, and he finally rolled a high enough intelligence check to go.
I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, "Good job. I was just thinking about doing that myself." It was pretty funny.
Stupid little gobies.
As entertaining as that was, I guess that was a quicker way of figuring this out.
Yeah, you watch the entire village get balled up and then go flying off into the distance.
Hey, look, there's some canoes over there.
While they probably were shrieking in panic.
Yes, you hear several voices off into the distance.
My ears!
I know. I think they're bleeding.
Well, I'm gonna search around the stuff that they had off that.
There's only a couple things that were not completely.
Like, is there stuff there?
Would have been better
that
to
is all
kill
there.
them all.
Okay, I'm gonna go search that stuff.
Well, Shadow
Just
Scale,
because-
you can talk to Nog about that.
They decided to take the dinner to go.
Just to let you know, there were still technically more that hadn't come out yet.
Well, they're gone now.
Well, I
There
guess
was
we
a
can
total of
slaughter
like,
them.
there was I think a total of 50 goblins in the village.
Oh, damn.
Oh. How do they
They're small.
They're just jam-packed. Moving.
Magic.
Tend to a hut.
So you go over and you find lashed together a bamboo cage.
All right. Is there anything in said cage?
Yeah, more bamboo.
Currently, there is nothing in the cage.
Anything in these barrels?
The
Barrels?
canoes?
Barrels.
Oh, the barrels. No, there's nothing in the barrels either.
Meal. I will then go check this hut over here.
I'll just walk along the coast afterwards.
Not really coast.
It appears to be their larder. There's meat, fish, and other food.
Hey.
So you literally just sent them flying without their food source.
They're full for having such a weird escape plan.
Yeah, makes
shall
What are
sense.
these down here?
They
should
live
be-
because of it.
Yeah.
What or what?
Probably like totems, maybe.
Yeah, skull totems that they've set up.
Well, let's raid their pantry, I guess.
I'm
I
fine
mean-
with that.
There's definitely plenty of food in there.
We're gonna need it.
And burn anything we don't take.
There is enough food, at least for the size of this party.
For like one day?
For 5 days.
Okay.
Makes sense if there's like another 50 goblins.
Okay. So we'll take that food, and that's what we'll be eating for the next 5 days.
Well, there was a village there, but now there's not. So I don't know if I should put it on the map or not.
Nope.
You can
Not until we
relocate it.
encounter again.
It got relocated. Oh look, it is back.
Be evicted.
Well, let's see. Which direction was it facing?
It got launched somewhere to the northeast.
So back the way we came.
Yep.
How far does it launch, I wonder? Because, I mean, just think all of a sudden, the camp bee that we just left just hears a thud in the distance.
Might not be a thud. Probably hit the trees, so it'd be a bunch of cracking and stuff.
Yeah. Find goblins skewered in trees.
But either way, as we continue walking, I will call Vorn to me. And he'll eventually show up.
Here, Borny, 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 Borny.
Can you not call it Vorny?
Bonnie.
I thought Igrius wanted that amulet.
Yes, but the bastard professor has to have his way.
Just
The professor
Slide
had a better
ahead.
item for trade.
pickpocket him.
Why didn't you wait until Igrius was done with his transaction?
He failed his transactions.
Yeah. Right.
I had another thing that I was about to do, and then you stepped in. I was like, okay.
Need to learn to share.
But we continue on.
All right. Well, after another few more hours, the night falls. We make camp. You overhear some interesting stories. You hear several of the guards talk about how they can't wait to get back to fort and tell everyone about how apparently goblin villages just launch off into the air.
I definitely put that in my notes.
Yeah.
At least the Batiri villagers.
Yes,
If the professor ever had his own camp, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rig. I can just kick it and send him flying somewhere.
rig his tent so that you can send his tent flying.
Yep.
But another uneventful night. Morning comes, and you begin to head out once more. However, the lighter rains that you've been having are now turning once again into a deluge. It's going to slow down your travel.
Yeah. I think at this point,
I beg
we can start
to differ. I'm fine.
taking a slower pace, more thorough looking, in case we run across the Order of the Gauntlet.
I mean, the absolute downpour is going to make it so even if you wanted to, you couldn't double time it.
Mhm.
And you only make it a short ways compared to what you've been doing before it is time to rest once again. Still relying entirely on rations?
No, we're eating the food that we got from
yep,
the Batiri.
yep.
So we set up camp.
Yep, you set up camp. On the equivalent of third watch, the guards wake everyone up.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it now?
They say that one of the Chultan scouts, specifically Gaul, who was walking around the nearby area, came back and said that there was something coming to the camp.
Guess I'll get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll wait it.
Get my staff and get ready to fight.
Something large can be heard coming through the jungle, even over the sound of all the rain and thunder.
Well, whatever it is, it's definitely big.
Mm-hmm.
Take a wider spread position so we can flank it. If
Yeah.
it turns out to be the carnivore.
Well, you all get ready, The guards make essentially a small shield wall. Several other members take positions ready when you see a massive figure step out through the jungle.
Please tell us.
Shield guardian.
It's Vorn.
It's Vorny.
It's not Vorny.
It's Vorny.
It's 40.
You could
I am
order it.
so
To,
He also has a horn on his head.
I could order it to smash him. But I'm not.
Then you just be an ass.
Because yeah, if you ordered it to smash them, they'd all think it's hostile and attack it.
Yeah.
Does anybody else know what this is?
Yes, that would be Vorn. The shield guardian that this amulet
I-
controls.
I'm so confused. How do you know this?
We had a quest about it a while ago.
Yes, but his worth is much more than what we were offered.
Nonetheless, it walks up and proceeds to just stand right behind the professor.
Nope, I'm heading back to bed.
Great.
It follows the professor.
Into bed.
So
Statue.
I order it
Stand
to
by.
stand by outside my door to my tent.
You don't have your own tent.
True, I don't.
Professor thinks he's, a big hotshot. He gets a 5-person tent to himself. Like, nah, y'all can sleep out of the rain. This is my tent.
Nah, I share it with my NPCs.
Who says they get the good tent?
We have 2 good tents, mate.
True. Some of yours look sketchy. I don't want to be near them.
They all look sketchy except for Christopher.
Well, I'm going back
Christopher
to
looks
bed.
fine.
And Greg. Greg looks fine.
I'm sleeping in
Greg
your
is a-
tent. You can't
Greg
kick
is
me
a
out.
handsome boy.
How's
Shadow
Greg
Scale, I'm
doing
pretty
it?
sure you're small enough to fit regardless of the 5 people.
Sleep on the professor. You can just
Shadow
wave your
Scale
tail.
just curls up on top of the professor.
You might use your tail in front of his face.
I'm the strongest there ever was.
No shaman in the world.
I'm the strongest strong in the world.
Anyways, yes.
Well,
Behold my power.
the rest of the night passes uneventfully. It is still raining quite heavy, though.
The one who wanted us to get a shield guardian though was Merchant Prince,
Wakanda.
wasn't it?
Gundam
Yes.
forever.
He said that if you got him the shield guardian, he'd pay you
Each-
300 gold.
Each 500 gold or our choice of a spell book.
Spellbook.
You could get a spell book or 500 gold.
Are there spells in the spellbook?
Yeah, there are spells in the spell book.
The heretic spells?
Yeah, some wizard spells.
Ugh. I want no
I
heretic
can't read,
magic.
so that would be useless to me.
I want a heretic magic.
So you're just planning on keeping the shield guardian then?
Did say its worth is more than what he offered. Besides, we returned his cousin to him.
How big is it, Joe?
It's
Is it
pretty
large?
big.
Or is
Yeah,
it
it's
huge?
large.
Iron Giant.
It's not Iron Giant.
It's Mini Giant.
It's his nephew, sometimes giant.
Space Marine large.
Probably that, but maybe even bigger than that.
Terminator? Bigger than Terminator.
Probably bigger than Terminator.
Great Demon?
9 feet tall.
Oh, so.
Huh.
That's Space Marine.
I was gonna say, we're in
Well,
Space
Space
Marines
Marines-
like 8 feet.
Between 7 and 8.
So yeah, I guess Terminator then, probably.
Primaris Marine.
Primaris, yes. Primaris Marine.
But 9 feet tall,
Oh.
1,200 pounds.
So a ton.
540 kilograms.
Hope he gets stuck in the mud.
Nonetheless, you keep traveling at your slower pace, bogged down by the rain. And eventually
And now
it's time
big
to make...
things will probably not mess with us.
I mean, you already had 2 huge creatures in the party, you realize.
Yes, but those tend to be food.
It'd be nice you come and get more.
They're still hard to kill.
Yes, I know. But yes, continue on. Yes.
Well, you don't make it very far with all this rain. And it's time to make camp once more.
During on skills.
Okay.
Now, with all the added rain the next morning, the humidity's picking up, but it's still raining. Very heavy.
Hmm. So about where are we?
You would guess right around here.
Nothing popped up on my screen. Oh, right there.
Like, where about where?
Somewhere in this area.
Between Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance on.
I don't know where we're going.
Well, what Harmony would have probably laid to Undrill, as well as to Stock and Betty. It's. I did not write that down.
You're a scrub.
The rain has become an absolute deluge. You can try to keep moving this day, but you'll need to make constitution checks or get a level of exhaustion for traveling in this weather.
Nope, the rain died down. We're good. Oh, here it comes again.
I say we just take a rest day.
Yeah.
You wish to
Choose
rest
to,
for the day then?
I think that's what we just said.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Anyone want to fight?
Maybe
Nah,
Nog.
I think that.
Nog might want to fight with you. I'm sure he's bored.
Okay. Want to fight, Nog?
Sure. Why not?
I don't really intend to do actual full combat. More or less just sparring.
Okay.
It sounds like. Yeah, like I don't want to take up the time, kind of thing.
Joe,
Yeah?
I know how I have Flame Blade.
How?
It's my racial thing. At 5th level, when you reach 5th level, you can cast Flame Blade once with this trait and regain it after a long rest.
Then yeah, you can have
It's a
that spell.
tiefling thing. I was just going through my whole thing and I saw that. So yes,
Alright.
that's how I have that.
I'll show you have that spell then, and that you were able to get the material you needed to do it.
Okay.
Well, everybody sticks around in camp. Nog and Shadowscale get into a little bit of a spar. Do some sparring. Nog's a decent fighter, but definitely not trained. He's just an orc.
That's okay. I show him the ropes.
Goes and digs through the adventuring gear. This is a rope.
Now tie it in a noose and hang yourself, because you're terrible!
Well, the rain finally lets up the next morning, but it is pretty humid now because of all that rain.
Poor non-skill people.
Well, you keep heading forward when through the foliage you see crude timber fortifications. There is a walled compound with watchtowers and tents inside it, encircled by a ditch bristling with sharpened stakes. A large gatehouse faces the river, on the shore of which are 4 rowboats tied to a wooden post, and scattered around this little fort are piles of charred human corpses, swarming with flies.
Do we see any
Yummy.
banners? Any identification of this fort?
You do not see any.
Do we see any people?
You do.
Do they have any markings? That would.
Not obvious one.
Well then, I will hail them.
Takes it out to the left nut.
Well, you approach the would-be gatehouse, and as you do, you see 2 guards step up to the edge. They appear to be Chultan, and they ask, "What are you doing here? What is your business?"
Well, we were looking for the remnants of the Order of Gauntlet.
This is Camp Vengeance. the current base of the Order of the Gauntlet. What business do you have with us?
Well, more so it'd be delivering her.
To which Undril would step forward and say, I am Undril of the Order of the Gauntlet, here to deliver orders and be reassigned to, well, it's supposed to be Camp Righteous, but I guess Camp Vengeance. Is Commander Breakbone currently present? To which the guards say, you may come inside.
Like, just her or all of us?
They're letting all of you in.
Goats!
Yes, they have a small animal pen with a handful of very sickly-looking goats.
Why are they sickly looking?
Probably jungle diseases.
I don't know how to cure jungle disease. By eating something sickly with jungle disease, you'll be fine.
Well, if you choose to follow, Undril immediately walks to the largest center tent, which appears to be a command tent.
I assume she heads inside.
She does. Are you all choosing to follow her?
I will.
There's nothing else to do.
I'll
Play
follow.
in that puddle.
You're gonna sit outside and play in the middle.
There's nothing else to do but play in that puddle.
Well, if you choose to follow Undril in, you see a Chundathan, so Farunian, fair-skinned human, looking over a table at a number of papers. There are also two other seemingly high-ranking Order of the Gauntlet members, which would be a dwarf, as well as a female human. As Undril steps in, she salutes to all three of them. And the human, who you are assuming is this Commander Breakbone, immediately begins asking her what she's here for, what is her purpose. She explains that she was assigned to Camp Righteous, went there, it was gone. She's been traveling with this adventuring party since. To which he asks, there's more of you? Where's the rest of you?
I'll salute like she did.
So how many of you are going in and how many of you are staying out?
I was
going in.
I went in.
I went in.
So everyone
four.
heard,
I think Erd was playing in the puddle.
I put it in the puddle.
and
don't
Azaka's
get-
not going to bother going in.
I don't get to play in the water.
But I introduced myself as Professor Uzala Darn, as well as Igrius and Tommy. And
I am
You
Shadow
took all of
Scale,
our-
the shaman.
no, I'm introducing you, you fool.
Who did you say that to?
Igrius.
Say that person, I was just commenting. I was just like,
No, I am introducing all of us. And letting Shadowscale introduce herself. As Shadowscale will. Regardless.
He kind of takes a moment, looks you all up and down, does a real quick back and forth sort of. Why can't I think of the term? He paces back and forth, looking at everyone in line. Kind of stops half a second as he looks each of you up and down.
We're an odd group.
Eventually, he goes back to his desk and says, I'm enacting Order 7 of the Sword Coast Alliance. I am conscripting all of you into the service of the Order of the Gauntlet.
No.
Okay. And you are conscripting us for?
Exactly how did you get to the Camp Vengeance?
We rode.
You rode, so you've got means of transportation.
Yes.
Then I need you to carry my sick and wounded back to Port Nyanzaru so they can be properly treated, ASAP.
The what now?
Where?
The ones that cannot fight, Shadowscale.
No, she doesn't know anything about the Order of the Gauntlet.
Basically, he has taken us into his military. We are to follow his orders now.
As he's saying all this, Undril, as well as the two other ranking officers, kind of like give a quick eye at their commander, like seemingly like they're in half disbelief. And Undril even makes the point of these these people have nothing to do with the Order of the Gauntlet. In fact, they helped me, out of the kindness of their own hearts, if I might note, to bring me here. Granted, I helped them on their travels, but I wasn't paying them, nor was the Order of the Gauntlet doing anything. But before she can say much more, the commander cuts her off and says, "Doesn't matter. There's too many here that need medical attention immediately. They're not going to last much longer, and I can't afford to lose any more soldiers."
What exactly are you? No, you were facing undead, weren't you?
We were stationed here within Chult to deal with the undead problem.
You see how well that's going. Not to be.
There's a lot of undead, but we'll deal with them, one corpse at a time.
Seems inefficient.
Do you know a better way?
Well, obviously you take out the source.
There's a source, really. Highly
Have you
unlikely.
not learned anything while you've been in Chult?
I've learned that there's a damned lot of zombies going around here, and that this place is awful.
And it's
No open
emanating
bat-
from one spot. If you
No
find
open
that spot,
fields.
cut it open. Cut it off,
Nope.
I mean.
There are no open fields, no proper fortifications. Worst of all, these undead do not form battle lines. There's no way to make cavalry charges.
I'm sorry, you
Kinda
were expecting these undead to form proper battle with you?
Usually they're being led by necromancers who march them onto a field of battle, generally speaking. It's not very often you just wander into undead, free and roaming. And usually if they aren't being controlled, they're keeping to a dungeon or a cave somewhere.
Well, unfortunately, it seems that this was the former army of one of Chultan's generals, that apparently was granted that power of the undead.
Well, if there's a general somewhere, he's doing a very poor job commanding.
He
Because he's dead.
unfortunately lost control of this. Hence why
But
they
you're-
roam.
So what you're implying is that if we can find this general, we might be able to gather all the undead in one place and deal with them?
I mean, I kind of already said that.
Can't
but
say that
yeah.
for 100%.
Good
certainty,
job.
but
Uh-huh.
it could possibly happen.
Well, if things add up the way most other things do, kill the necromancer, kill all the zombies. Simple as.
You must have been top of your class. That's some great deduction.
That's usually the way necromancy works.
I know.
Unless you have something more powerful. So,
If that's the case, then we'll send word back and get a proper order of paladins in here.
So we're heading back to the city.
Undetermined.
He's trying to give you orders, but it seems like Undriel's trying to argue not to do that.
Oh, he can give me
But-
all the orders he wants. Doesn't mean I'm going to follow him.
But you've basically figured out he wants to deal with the undead problem. But you've also kind of
Totally.
realized he's very used to combat in the, like,
very normal sort of way.
well,
Upon
like
the
proper,
fields.
yeah, he's probably a good commander when it comes to the actual field of battle leading an army.
But in the jungle,
Guerrilla
he's a little
tactics?
green behind the ears.
Yeah, guerrilla tactics are not his specialty.
Guerrilla tactics in general are just hard to combat.
I mean, you have boats. Why not send some of your men upriver to Port Nyanzaru, get a bigger boat, or get some more people to come down here to help you with your wounded? Wouldn't that have been a smarter idea to begin with?
They would
I've
have
been
lost
doing that.
manpower. And
Most of my people are too sick to move on their own. And if I pull anyone away, anyone able-bodied, there's a high chance that we will lose this position.
How did they get sick in the first place? Didn't you take proper precautions?
Fever, rot, everything wrong with this place, this hellhole of a jungle.
Mm.
Well, what's the plan, boss man?
I mean, I don't know the jurisdiction of his command.
To tell you, it's not to us.
Well,
Aren't you guys on the Sword Coast?
Yeah. Pretty sure he could actually conscript us through that order.
Like knowledge, actually even character knowledge. For those of you from the Sword Coast, he's giving like official conscription. He has the right to do it technically, but he's also not on the Sword Coast, so it's kind of a gray zone.
What
Also,
would
it's
you
it's
reward
very
us
rare.
with?
It's very rare for the Order of the Gauntlet to do this. Reward. I'm conscripting you, son.
And we are adventurers not on Sword Coast?
Tell you what, you obey my orders, and I don't have you arrested.
I mean, it doesn't sound like you have the manpower to do that. And since we will basically be helping you save your men,
I've
you
got
may want to
enough
think
people
about
to.
this differently.
I've got enough people to tie up 5 random wandering adventurers.
And I have a shield guardian that can destroy your walls.
Yeah.
Did you bring Vorn in with you?
No,
No,
but they're outside.
But I can call him.
You've got a shield guardian?
Oh, yes.
I hate wizards.
So, how about we start this conversation over on a better term?
I don't mind helping people.
Yes, but we can't always do it for free, Shadowscale.
Well, I have absolutely nothing here to offer you. So you can either leave this place, and I'll simply file a report that you've refused aid under a military emergency and committed insubordination, and we'll see where that goes. Or you can help. At that point, Undriel looks like very disturbed and upset, and both of the other commanders are like, one of them's shaking the dwarf is shaking his head, and the female commander is like face palming.
I don't mind helping, but ask nicely.
If we leave most of the people here to watch the dinosaurs and our mounts, we can take the ship back.
I thought you said you walked here. What ship?
Would you stop giving him information to this?
Seriously, Igrius.
And
A
you,
ship that
Sam,
is
about the
nothing
Iron
yours.
Giant.
I used the Iron Giant as a threat.
Yes, I forgot. I was going to say I was going to whisper this to you, the professor, but I forgot that.
Fine. We'll take your wounded, but only because we almost got your soldier there killed. At least one of us almost did. We owe her that much, not you.
As you say that, Undriel like stomps her foot, looks at the commander. Any charges you have to make against these adventurers will be placed on me, and they are free to go. Anything you want to do, punish me. To which the commander looks her over. Are you actually offering yourself as a substitute for these random strangers? You, an actual proper member of the Order of the Gauntlet, are choosing to lay your neck down for mercenaries.
Hey, not a mercenary.
You work for coin, you rob graves, you plunder tombs. I
did
know
not rob
adventurers
graves.
May as well.
We kind of do.
Shh.
I don't. I just follow you guys around.
You can't tell me that's the answer to
Also, would you tell your pet lizard to shut up?
Don't
Which
talk
one?
about Earth that way!
I'm not in
I
there.
think he was talking
Earth's
about
outside, so the only one in
Oh,
here
yes.
is you,
I'm open
Shadowscale.
as well.
you. Well, you know, after that remark, I don't think we should help him now. I think we should just be on our way.
And Igrius, I believe you should be quiet.
Okay, Ash. So what are we doing?
I mean, I still say you can't talk to Earth that way. I don't know who's referring to me.
Undriel looks to you all and tells you all to go, and that she'll sort things out here as best she can.
Thank you, Undriel. We owe you.
But, metal lady.
She kneels down to Shadowscale and says, "Go. I'll figure things out.
Be free.
And don't die out there.
Bend your wings.
Don't die in here.
I'll try not to."
I'll hug her, and then we'll leave.
She hugs you back. Do all of you leave then?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the commander was going to come after you and shout some more, but you see the other two commanders like hold him back and start talking to him.
Well then, I believe we continue on to M'bala.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Flaming Fist make a bunch of jokes talking about how pathetic the Order of the Gauntlet are and how ill-prepared they are to be in Chult on the rest of your day's journey. Otherwise, you also hear Gal being excited to see his home village again.
As long as the undead haven't destroyed it.
But night falls, and it is once again time to rest. You make it to camp. Guards keep watch. It is a quiet night. You wake up the next morning, and there's barely even a drizzle. The humidity has gone to be pretty average, but all the recent rain has cooled the temperature. It's now only in the 60s.
It's bearable.
I'm pretty sure you could make pretty good time if you chose to today.
We're in uncharted area. Let's take our time.
Well, even so, you still are able to just naturally move faster than you normally do, thanks to the cooler temps. But night falls, and it is once again time to rest.
This is the last day of the rations from the Batari. Batiri. That was close. Did you gotta really say it?
You get another night's rest. Your big old convoy is pretty safe. Morning comes. Weather is still cool. It's starting to heat up, but it's still reasonably cool. Still, it's like high 60s now. You head out and start making for M'bala. A 1,800-foot-high plateau with sheer cliffs rises above heaps of boulders as large as ships. A narrow path is cut into the cliff face and seems to climb all the way to the top.
I guess we take the path.
Oh, I'm just taking the cliffside.
There are cliffs overlooking the path then?
There are what?
So are there, like, overarching cliffs looking over the path as well?
What do you mean?
Well, if it's a path up, or is it a path down?
It is both.
But
It's a
assuming
route
we're
to
going
go
up.
up and down the plateau.
Oh, never mind then.
I mean, it's got multiple switchbacks, and it winds across the cliff face. And this, like, just because of all the winding, it ends up being about 3 miles just to get from the bottom to the top. There are some tumbled boulders and tangled roots, but nothing that you can't get through.
I don't think my lizard can climb 3 miles to the top.
Nonetheless, it takes you a solid 3 hours to make your way up there and clear all the various obstructions. As you get higher, you're able to see more and more of the surrounding wilderness out over the jungle. Out across the area here, down here, you once again see a large object floating in the sky. And everyone make perception rolls.
Large object flying in the sky.
That is the only thing of note that you see out there. But after about 3 hours of climbing, you make it to the lip of the plateau. At the lip, it suddenly veers directly into a natural cleft in the stone face. There are steps cut into a 15-foot wide crevice, and you see scenes of jungle predators, flying lizards, and even erupting volcanoes carved in the shallow relief on the walls.
I guess we continue up.
Well, the stone steps emerge onto the top of the plateau beneath a once grand, but now decrepit wooden gateway. The gates that sealed this entrance are rotted away, and only their rusted iron hinges and reinforcing bands remain. In their place are heaps of human skulls. picked clean of all flesh and bleached white by the sun. They grin up at you from the roadway and down from the top towering mounds. At the sight of
Gowl?
this, Gowl is looking pretty horrified.
I'm glad I'm not a human.
This M'bala? This is your home?
This is where I live. But obviously something has happened here. I have not even been gone that long. How could this have happened?
He starts slowly stepping ahead.
Definitely will be following close behind him while watching.
He literally starts wading, essentially, through heaps of skulls.
Like, there's no buildings, it's just skulls. Piles.
I mean, to get past the gateway.
Okay. Igrius, you could thunderwave it.
You see a number of...
Kind of disrespectful. I mean, I know you're cold-hearted, but damn.
Not cold-hearted.
Mm-hmm.
You see a number of crumbling compost heaps, demolished by rain, wind, and time, that you're guessing were once the homes that were here in M'bala. There's a handful of stone foundations that are overgrown. There are small vines poking through the debris. The barest hints that this was more than just a simple village. But nonetheless, as you start to poke through the remains of M'bala, there is only one structure still intact. A lone hut, about 1,000 yards southwest of the gate, at the edge of a boulder field. The hut is made from thatch and animal hides stretched over the rib cage of an immense reptile. Animal skulls, wind chimes, and totems of feathers and shells rattle in the breeze, and smoke drifts from the hut. A creature shuffles slowly around the hut, hunched over in an animal-like posture. Quickly realize it's a human woman who seems
Baba Yaga.
who seems impossibly old, crippled by arthritis, blinded by cataracts. Her dark face and bald pate are outlined with streaks of yellow clay, suggesting the shape of a skull.
What are all the misery?
Shadow scale, I think we'll let you say.
Hi!
Say hi, and I mean, this is quite far away. As I stated, this is, how many yards away?
Said 1,000 feet, I believe.
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards
feet.
from where you're currently standing.
Then how did we see her skull?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Her face.
I guess it's assumed you're walking closer.
I mean, we'd have to get pretty
We'd
close.
probably be walking, we would be actually walking closer, most
I
likely.
mean, Gal would definitely be headed that way, seeing the one person.
Yeah.
But yes, you approach and you see a old Chultan woman who wears various bone totems around her and has what essentially looks like a yellow skull painted onto her face.
Hi!
Who's there?
I am Shadow Scale, a great and powerful shaman.
And Gao also introduces himself as Gao from the village of M'bala, to which she responds,
You can't be from here. Everyone is dead. I'm the only one left here.
What exactly happened?
There was a sickness. Everyone else died, except for me. I knew how to keep myself healthy.
And how did you do that?
I am the shaman.
Shadow scale.
to which Gao says,
We had no shaman in my village when I left.
Well, when did you leave?
I said it was 5 years ago?
5 years.
Yep. To which he says,
And I only came to the village 3 years ago. But the sickness came and everyone died.
What
Now
was the
there is
sickness?
only me. The people had a cough, and then the coughing turned to blisters, and then the blisters began to bleed.
How come you did not share your way of being healthy with the villagers?
They did not trust me. I was a stranger
And where did you come
from another village in the jungle.
So why did you come here?
I wanted to go somewhere that had more people.
Someone
I
should be
came
rolling
from
some
a
insight on
very
this.
small village.
Someone who's good with insight. Or any number of people, honestly.
I have a 6 in insight. Who has insight? Very good. No, I'm fucking wrong.
I'll do it myself.
I mean, something about her story doesn't quite sit right, but you don't really have enough information to figure out what Shadowscape.
Yeah, I kind of figured I'd be a little too far behind to really understand what's going on here. But I know she's suspicious.
Oh, definitely.
And that's all it
that
takes.
was like quite obvious. Sorry, question. And what would your name be then?
She seems to take a few moments to remember, and then goes,
Oh, it has been so long. I am Nanny Poo Poo.
No!
Nanny. That is certainly an interesting name.
what is it, Shadowscale?
You know something you know supposed to, Art, don't you?
No, it's just a dumb.
Oh, it's the name.
Shadowscale's laughing.
She can't be suspicious. She's got an awesome name.
Gotta say, that's a pretty good name.
Oh my
I wonder if Azani
Funny.
knows of any other villages that chance are about here.
Are you asking her that?
Yeah, I'll ask her that.
There are many small villages throughout the jungle. Usually only a handful of people live in them. It is very dangerous. It is possible. They are not on anyone's maps, after all. Granted,
She kind of leans in and whispers to you, a lot of them are cannibals.
god.
You don't know what happened to cause this sickness.
No.
We waded through skulls, right?
Hold on a second. You want to tell us the truth about what happened here.
I think if it fails, she's not aware of it either. I'm not really sure.
Well, it's a vocal element.
Well, I guess the vocal would be her saying what the material would be, what's
On
actually.
a failed save, he pursues the course of action to the best of its ability.
At that, despite having her up to, she's got her cataracts, she doesn't seem to be like looking at any of you, but suddenly she looks directly at Harmy and just goes,
No.
No. All
she
right,
starts
back
to smile.
to my train of thought. We crossed through mounds of skulls, right? Like wading through them even,
Yes.
and not a single person listened to her. I'm sorry, but if your entire village is dying, you get desperate. You're gonna trust even the wildest of ideas. It doesn't make sense that no one would listen.
Are you telling that to her, or is that player knowledge?
No, I mean, I don't feel like that's something ShadowScale would say.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like that's something other people would pick up on. Nudge, nudge.
Would you care to tell me why you placed all the skulls up there? In the front of this bar village?
To get them out of the way.
why not simply bury them?
With the
She takes her staff and hits the ground.
Rock is not easy to dig in.
And not one of the villagers thought to try asking you for how you're staying healthy.
They did not trust me.
All of them. Even in desperate time. To the very
Well,
last moment.
They were all very sick by then.
Okay. You weren't sick. Why did they not burn you?
Also, it should be noted that you could not bring like your large animals or anything up here.
Why couldn't I?
Oh, you could bring the lizard up, but that's about it.
Exactly. I wasn't walking all 3 miles.
You could have just you could have just cut straight here. You can climb those walls.
I know.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't have any way to call her on her bullshit, so.
Is there anything that Nanny People can do for you?
There's one thing. Burn.
Literally cast burning hands on her.
Really?
Yes. Something's not adding up. And I'm not...
Okay,
She's
so
just
basically, he's doing what any goody two-shoes adventuring party wouldn't do. Taking the first strike. It's honestly rare in a lot of adventuring groups, so I think it's fine, considering at least I am completely aware that something's not right. I mean, maybe she's not actually an enemy, but a cursed old woman, but...
And it just doesn't sit well with me that there's all these skulls, and like you pointed out, we even asked,
Mm-hmm.
not one of them apparently trusted her, or was too sick by that time. So, burn the old lady.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, guys. I don't have spells. Anti-magic field.
Honestly, I'm surprised you guys are actually following my lead on this.
I mean, I've been listening, and I was gonna do it at some point. I was just like, damn. I just wanted to kind of, pick at you.
Oh, in case this turns out to be just a complete murder.
No, and sure, why not? Add an extra 6 damage to mine.
And through the flames, you can see a smoldering pile of bones. Real murder hobo vibes right now.
I know we're giving off that. But
You are. I'm just watching Top my lizard.
I'm sure Gowls and Azaka is just horrified at what's happened.
All of a sudden, just all 3 of them, where they're just like, boom. I don't like Joe's quietness.
I know, he's very quiet.
I would have imagined an anti-magic field.
Who knows? Besides, that name.
See, like, I expected, like, the professor to do it, but then, yeah, like, Harmony joining in, it was like, what the...
I don't know. She was probably very suspicious of this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, suspicious the entire time.
Screaming suspicion. So much sus.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
She was being fish.
Oh, yeah, she was very, very being fish. Did Joe step away?
Like I said, he's clicking.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
I didn't either.
Undead rise up around us.
Oh, yeah, I could see it.
I'm climbing onto building tops and shooting arrows down.
He's probably moving our characters to the field, isn't he?
Probably. Gonna get on the field and all of a sudden there's just gonna be skeletons all around us.
Well, see, depending on whatever spell she casts, I can counterspell it.
So can I, actually.
As long as it's 3rd or lower, apparently.
I was reading a lot about counterspell and how it's just such a...
I have moved first, dispel magic, counter spell. Animate dead. We're good.
It's such you.
I'm sorry,
animate
did you
dead?
just say animate
You're
dead?
Yeah.
Easy.
She revealed too much.
Player knowledge.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't prepared to hear that.
Don't worry, guys. I got fireball. I mean, no.
I have a better stick.
You have a decanter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could just be like, just hosing everybody down.
Oh, this is a great party. Yeah,
So you hit her with multiple spells, and as you do that, she suddenly looks very angry and upset, and her bony hands almost turn into what look like claws. I don't
But
have
did it-
an actual map, so blank grid.
Gotcha.
But let me bring up the initiative counter.
I better open up those pages.
I don't have advantage on initiative yet. do
Look
I?
at that initiative.
I can read it. Not with an 8.
I was gonna say now with that 8.
I'm just gonna say I'm a lizard and shoot arrows from a distance. Oh, that looks attack. I'm just gonna write it.
Need to look at something quick.
Oops.
Bring my Mr.
But then you also see her whistle. And as she does,
or whistle.
you actually see the rock next to her start to shatter and break, and something steps out from a hole.
How is that?
A flesh golem.
That's gross. Oh, I don't know. Is she near like a ledge?
No,
I was gonna
she's nowhere
say,
near a
so
ledge.
is there like all this open space, or is there stuff in between us?
There's
around
this
us?
much open space.
Okay.
Is there like no pen thing that you can quick draw things?
Like what?
I don't know. I don't know if there's like a pen.
There's not anything.
Other than her hut, I guess. So
Yeah,
maybe
and
it's
I'm just not even bothering putting it
Oh,
on the
okay.
map.
Got it. It's a good old fashioned beat an old lady up.
Isn't her flesh
This
golem?
thing,
What the hell was that?
flesh golem.
That sound?
No, that sound was Sam starting up a game. The sound of your game just went through the headset. But yes. Why'd you roll 2 initiative, Professor?
I didn't hit my token.
He's cheating.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, it is the professor's go.
Was she harmed by any of those attacks, Jay?
Oh yeah, she looked like she got burned a bit.
I don't think any of them. No, I guess. No, they didn't roll damage.
Oh, I totally forgot. You should be able to put your shield guardian on.
Oh, yeah. My weapon. Where is he located? Also, Joe, you can get rid of that one if you're in the magic item.
I mean, you know what it is. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have one.
Here's the shield guardian.
Didn't tell you. He resigned.
Yeah, he left you.
Dragged it out.
He let you a note. It says, "Get."
Alright. Well, I'm definitely commanding Vorn to go fight with that flesh golem.
You should have control of it.
Yeah, I was looking at what he could do. Alright. So...
I do think he gets his own initiative, it looks like.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, because it doesn't state he goes on your turn.
So what? Click on him, roll d20.
You should have a shield guardian page.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this campaign is pretty ridiculous.
Alright. Okay. Well, I'm gonna activate my boots.
All right, you activate your boots. Is that an action or a bonus action?
I'm looking that up.
It's fire in action.
Stop. They. Alright, 4 hours. While you wear the boots, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. You can use the boots to fly up to 4 hours. All at once or in several shorter flights, each one using a minimum of 1. It does not say it's a bonus or action. Each one using a minimum of 1 minute for the duration.
I guess it's a passive that's always active.
Yeah, as long as I'm on the ground, it's not being used. So I guess I will fly 30 feet up in the air. And then I will shoot at her. Scorching Ray.
Oh, you hit her. You hit her again. But your last one goes wide as she starts hobbling away.
Okay.
Hopping
That's your
away.
turn.
That is my turn.
Igrius.
All right. I am also going to shoot at her with Scorching Ray.
Burning the witch.
Yep. Where's my Scorching
The
Ray?
witch.
First one.
Why are you behind me? Oh wait.
You're up in the
Haha,
air.
I'm up in the air. Ha, yes. For once, I don't
Go
get
high or
shot.
low?
Let's go high.
Oh, he just magically looks
Let's
up and
hope I
shoots
hit it high.
looks up and shoots at me.
Oh, there we go.
Laugh.
It blows up in your face.
Ooh.
Roll damage for what I take.
Yep.
You're resistant to it.
Yep.
You are
So I take
resistant.
2.
3.
Three.
round
Didn't
up.
you light? Don't you light?
Yeah.
Two?
Now I have fire around me.
Oh no, guys, he's on fire!
Quick,
And then-
shadow scale. Put him out.
The other 2.
And this guy,
Geyser.
go! Wow. Okay.
And then this one.
Finally
takes
hit her.
that damage plus the D8. So 18 damage.
Ooh, we're gonna put 70
You
by.
hit her with more fire. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Christopher.
Oh, damn. Oh, no, that's damage.
Oh, does Greg not fight?
Greg is not a fighter.
He's a porter.
Oh, God.
Why do we bring Greg up with us?
He's big and strong, but he doesn't usually fight.
Yeah. Okay, so
Christopher runs up, uses his longsword to hit.
and does he hit?
He does. He slashes her.
I hope you guys kill these people and don't know how to actually do anything.
However, his second blow goes wide.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Harmony. You fire your shot, but it's hard to pick her out as she's trying to dodge away from Christopher, so you miss.
That's my turn.
The flesh golem move here, intercede, and then he'll go after the one attacking its creator. Puts a massive fist into Christopher's chest, dealing 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then it punches him a second time, dealing another 11. Bonnie will fire her crossbow at the golem because she can't see Nanny Poo Poo now. Oh my gosh! God, it says all that.
Ah! So much words.
Solo time.
It's the entire description for crossbow.
For ammunition.
Yeah. Nonetheless, the attacks seemingly just bounce off the flesh golem. Gal runs forward and he slashes at it.
What did I do? Should I swarm them or move them?
He hacks and whacks and smacks. Now it is Vaughn. That counts as squeezing.
That'd be what, 10?
10 for every person he has to move through.
10?
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Does it speak?
No.
Vorn? Vorn does. but
It
he's not saying
does!
that.
Oh,
Vorn is very special.
So 10.
But he's not saying that. He has not said anything thus far. I was just joking.
Would this be another 10?
Yeah, as long as you're moving
Alright.
through other models.
You can't,
Yeah, don't-
can't do that.
Don't bring your ass over this way.
End on Nog there.
Downside to being big.
It is.
Just
How
take
would
him
you
out of
know?
your way.
Alex had to learn this lesson while we were playing out of
He
the
doesn't
abyss.
have to do 10 through you because you're flying.
I know.
Okay.
Learned a lesson?
Technically, what his top half of the thing would still be occupying their space, would not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still be.
Alex had it in our old Out of the Abyss campaign. Alex was given a shield guardian, and he kept putting it at the front of the party, but then he'd end up at the end of the initiative. So everybody would be like, I can't get past the shield guardian, and we're in a small hallway.
25. There, he dashes there.
All right. And Ushada.
Who is she?
She's some cleric that the
Awesome.
professor got.
Except for 2 of her traits.
She does look pretty interesting. Yeah.
She
I
looks a
think
little
I'll be
sketchy.
her friend. No, she looks
I
interesting
trust
with shadow skill.
I trust
So
you.
I think I'll be her friend.
Oh, look at my giant lizard's both to eat her.
Such weird art for the lizard.
It's got such a fat neck.
He has no neck.
It's true.
Alright, she
I'm pretty sure he's 80% now.
will cast Blight upon a Nanny.
Nanny poo poo.
Nanny poo poo. I'm gonna call my lizard that. Nanny poo poo.
A DC 31? Jesus Christ!
That is not right.
Yeah. What?
The damage
I literally clicked on Blight and that's what popped up, Joe.
Yeah, let me double check that.
Yeah, you definitely want to.
I just say Sam's cheating over here.
I can't be cheating because this is what Joe gave me.
Shows how Sam cheat.
Uh-huh.
Paid him off, didn't you? With the wheel.
Try that
Fish.
again.
There, that looks more feasible.
1 point less of damage.
Yeah.
It's still such a high roll.
This is the one that I think yeah, you literally just drain all the moisture. This already old, wrinkled up lady, you pull
Who's
the
been
last bit
charred.
of moisture from her body, as there's just now a dry husk. That's falling to the ground.
I like her a lot.
And Ushada has a very, very, like, crazed-looking smile as she does it.
Yeah.
You're strong.
Does her golem die too?
No.
That thing will follow its last command.
Bird.
I know I'm gonna shoot it. Should I move it with arrows? Or just do extra damage? Let's find out. Let's hit it with my bow. Podinka. That hit Joe. Miss.
That is a
Around
hit.
Now I'm gonna figure out. I'll just do some extra damage. Guess what? I get another shot.
You hit again. The problem was, when setting her DC, I thought it was asking me to set what the DC was. No, it was asking me what the bonus to it should be.
See, but
Okay.
So I just gave her like a massive bonus.
It was definitely a massive bonus.
Nurgle
Oh.
runs through me.
Your 2 arrows lodge into the back of the flesh golem. And it cries out in horrid, awful pain. Existence is pain.
It is.
You do anything else, Herd?
No, I could walk over with my lizard and attack it, but
No.
I'll just sit on top of my lizard. Lizard on top of lizard.
Linking.
Hit.
Boop.
Miss.
That is all he can do.
Why does he have no modifier?
Because Joe had a
Got
lot
a plus
of...
3.
No, it says 1d12 plus 0 for damage.
1d20 plus 1d20 plus 3 plus 0.
No, the damage.
Oh, the damage?
Yeah.
Oh, that is odd. I'll look into that.
Hey, Joe had a lot of things to make.
Well, yeah. But, if I point it out, it can be fixed at least.
Shadow scale.
I didn't know you could fly too!
Oh,
And then I'll
God.
fly.
You activate your blessing and take to the air.
And I'll fly right up next to him and laugh!
Why are you flying?
And then fly back down, because I have a movement speed of 60! Instead of just puny 30.
Yeah, you did flying equal to your movement speed.
Yeah, but I can fly for 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Anyway.
When he boots up and you just fall to the ground.
Now I'll attack after I rage.
It's horrible.
Let's see, this one is multicolored lights. So now I have an AC of 19. And everyone else around me within 10 feet gets +1 as well. Not that they'll need it, this poor thing. See, advantage.
Poor thing, it's a flesh golem. They're not that
Well, that's a
poor.
poor thing.
You
Sure
hit
it
it.
is. They have no money.
But now we know what happened to some of the villagers.
They're used to make this
Some
thing.
more. That's your turn.
Yep.
Nanny Poo Poo is dead.
No.
She
Shabbat.
got the,
Shriveled
she got
husk.
she got the moisture sucked out.
Shabata steps forward. She will prove herself this time.
I would laugh if she threw her spear again.
Okay. she has a bet for this, right?
Yeah.
If she had managed to throw it with advantage.
There's a chance you can do double ones.
She strikes it again and again. Professor! Thing is completely surrounded.
Did that hit?
It did.
It did.
Oh, it's not completely surrounded. Someone could stand on the shriveled corpse. Nanny poo poo.
Technically. You hit it again.
If I move it, that'd be a lot of attacks. People get on it.
You hit it again.
It's classified. Technically, it's classified as large, is it not, Joe?
No, this is a
It's
medium.
not? They're
I
medium.
can still move it. It just has to pass. It has to, if it fails the strength check.
Oh well.
I think
That's your
you're.
turn.
I think the rules are if it's being physically moved by something else, you don't get your reaction.
Igrius,
I want to magic missile it
fire away.
8 times.
Okay.
Isn't that your maximum amount?
No, 7 charges. I'm using 6 charges, which is 8 bolts.
Oh, well, say that next time.
Well, no, because I'm magic missiling it 8 times.
Just say you're.
I'll say
spending
it
6
however I want
charges.
to. So that's 1, 2, 8, 19, 21 damage. Oh wait, no. 3, 7, 27 damage.
28.
Okay.
Do you know how to math?
I was mathing.
You
Not
see
very
all
well.
of them.
Oh, no, they all get +1, don't they? Or is that
The
already
plus one's
is
already
that-
added in.
That's why I know we get added in on here.
Yeah.
You see all the darts go flying over the heads of everyone, and then right before they reach it, they all stop. And then they turn around, and all of them fly back and hit you.
Oh! What just happened?
I don't know, but I'm down.
You got cornered. A full corner.
I'm down.
You got me on notice.
I was gonna say, yeah, he full countered me.
Technically, they would have get back stronger.
Joe, would I know what just happened?
You can make an Arcana check.
No, that's not that roll.
Yeah, most golems have like some amount of anti-magic built into them,
Oh,
and
ooh,
his anti-magic ability just went off.
ooh.
But
Poor
be
Igrius.
careful what you're shooting at.
What the hell happened?
But,
Nonetheless, it is Christopher.
where's Paige? There's Paige. What's
What does he do?
I mean, technically, he
hits
has a
very
advantage
hard.
on that, but it doesn't matter.
He continues just trying to wait on this thing.
Next one.
He keeps smacking it.
That is it for Christopher.
Harmony.
I might be able to get my thing off. Move him. Anybody in his vicinity will get a reaction to smack him.
She is letting the dog out. We'll skip ahead real quick.
She's probably going to do out of the glass anyways.
Nonetheless, he decides that he is going to try and take down this human who keeps hitting him.
Which human?
Christopher.
three.
Oh no.
There's like 3
He
humans.
smacks him for another 19 bludgeoning damage
He's down. Where did how many cure wounds go? Oh, to Tyler.
on Igrius, I'm assuming.
Yeah, for Igor.
Yes, Christopher's down.
Yeah. Oh
He
wow. I yelled
turns.
21.
Then he turns and tries to punt the little kobold.
But armor class of 19.
He smacks you for 13.
Damn, he hit higher than 19?
It's a flesh golem.
And
I don't know their stats. How much did you say? 19?
19.
It's a golem. That's basically
Right,
life.
so 10 damage.
20. Keeps trying to plunk away at it.
This is probably the toughest creature we fought.
Not the Gorgon. I mean, I guess we didn't fight that.
Well, someone's going
Ow.
to fight the Gorgon.
Yeah, tape.
Cal
Poor
tries to
thing.
smack it.
You were fighting birds. So, Mr.
Born.
Kristoff,
What was that, Brian?
this guy over here on the left-hand corner down.
Yeah, he's knocked out.
All right, gives you 5 people there.
Boom.
Need to have advantage.
Boom!
He doesn't need it.
I mean, he could crit.
He could, but
Alright,
I doubt
we'll
it.
see
Roll
if we
another
can
attack
just-
just to see.
This is the same clicking.
And then another boom.
Boom!
Come on, boy. Why you do that?
Come on, Borny.
Oh god, he's got reach.
He does have reach. He keeps punching it.
Oh, more damage, huh? It's a slugfest.
He just kept wailing on that thing. Do you have any more attacks?
Nope, just 2. Just he fists him twice.
Well, it is Enushara's turn. Gosh, that
Wait.
spell.
I should use some light.
I just screwed up.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, isn't it technically undead? Or is it a living construct?
Wait, no, it's only lightning that heals it, isn't it, Joe?
Player knowledge, yeah. Lightning heals flesh golems.
Well, wouldn't
Okay.
Sam have an idea based on his practices?
He would have to make an Arcana check, but he might know.
Well, this would be more her doing it, but
No, that's true.
let's see
Is
if
it
she...
deal? She don't know nothing about flesh golems.
He does know that she hurt.
She's just throwing spells. I don't care what this one is.
Yeah, that's
Well,
has no effect.
Undead or constructs.
Well, the Arcana check works for that.
she doesn't know.
Nope.
Erd.
Huzzoo!
Oh, so what? The magic thing didn't go back towards her that time?
No,
And
he
I
did
got
crit
unlucky.
It absolutely had no effect to Tyler.
I think it's projectile based because I don't think rays are considered projectiles. Are they?
Okay, well,
It's not
I'm
a
gonna
ray.
move him.
It's literally
Well, no,
energy
I
washes
meant
over
when
it.
Sam used scorching ray on it, but nothing happened.
Oh yeah, he's just firing off a flamethrower. The longbow hits.
Yeah, I'm gonna move him with my bugs. He has to beat up my DC of 14.
What does he got to make?
My spell. He just has to make a strength check. Just my spell CC is 14.
He does not move.
He does not move. Okay. Oh,
Golems.
I'll just repeat the process.
Hit him again.
In the sexy move, I'm
And
gonna
so
move
they
him.
tried a little harder this time.
He still says no.
Ah, I'm done.
Lug.
Oh, yeah. Gotta take away some arrows.
Hey, we had that crate of healing potions. Did we distribute them between us?
No, I think they're in Tyler's backpack. I'm holding.
He strikes hard. Is that everything?
He can only do one attack.
Shadow scale.
Yeah.
Get him, guys. And I'll hit him.
Ba, 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 ba.
You hit.
Ba.
You cut deep.
What's
Cut
up?
deeper. With that, you lop its head from its shoulders.
Ah!
Alrighty.
This is why I'm in the back.
I'm gonna get my 4 arrows, Joe.
Well, let's pick up
Go to
Kristoff.
pick up your arrows.
Inushar will
You
cast
get back 3 of them.
Cure Wound. Wait, does she? What does she have again?
She's got it. She's just a little different. I don't know if
Do
she's
we,
got it
like-
prepped.
Can we like check where she was staying and like investigate everything around her and see if she like had a journal or something?
Oh, you mean Nanny Poo Poo?
Yeah. I want to go through her hut.
You dig through her hut, and there is nothing.
Well, I will check her person.
You check on her
Journal.
person, and there is nothing.
Where'd the golem come from?
The ground.
A rock.
It broke out of the ground.
So is there like maybe a basement or a laboratory? Something.
No, it literally looks like she essentially buried this thing.
Oh.
Or like sunk it into the stone to come out at a later point.
Alright. Okay. Well, I mean, if she was using a flesh golem, she had to make that, right?
Yes, would have consumed the manual.
How do you make flesh golems?
I don't know. I don't have a manual.
Whatever we know. You just have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I had
Back
one,
down.
we would have a golem with us probably too. Actually, no, that costs a lot.
You'd probably be arrested. And thrown in jail.
Yeah, I most definitely would have been unable to get out of camp vengeance unless I left it with everybody else. And kept it very well hidden.
Well, shall we head back down?
Well,
Make
Cowl
camp
doesn't
and
know
that's
what to
it?
do with himself now.
Gal, I am so sorry, dude.
He decides that he's going to go off and see if there's any survivors that may have left the village, if anyone knows anything. So
Good luck. You need anything from us?
He shakes his head, and as you prep to make camp, he heads off into the jungle.
You know, food, water.
He can fend for himself. He's used to the jungle. He's a scout.
Okay.
You go to the base of the plateau of M'bala. You actually saw a fair ways around you.
I didn't know you could fly too, Professor. That's awesome.
I can fly because of my boots. Why are you flying?
Huh? Because of a god?
I see.
She just answers that with such a straight face.
I see.
Well,
Is there a god in your boots?
no, it's magic.
Huh.
But obviously,
Or-
back at the temple to ToA, you were given something.
I guess.
Which, if that's the case, maybe he has not actually loved.
Well, recalling it there at the end of the night, or at the beginning of the
Yeah.
night.
You guys get your rest, and we'll start on the morning of your next trek.